So I just got a question from one of my associates about whether or not we should use a home warranty program, because I guess the landlord is asking if they should purchase one to do repairs for appliances and whatnot at their property. And basically, I'm strongly against home warranties. I've found that they're fine if you're a homeowner and you live in the property and you want to have this warranty program to potentially offset some costs. That's fine. But as a rental property owner and a landlord, you have certain obligations to get repairs done in a timely fashion, especially if they have to do with any habitability issues for the property. And home warranty programs are not concerned about landlord-tenant laws or timing. At the essence of a warranty program is an insurance plan, is what they are. And insurance programs or insurance companies are always trying to limit their liability. They're trying to limit their expenses, and one of the ways they do that is one, by denying claims, and secondly, they'll try to bid it out as many times as they can, sometimes to try to reduce that cost. So when you have a tenant in the property paying rent, they expect things to be done in a timely fashion, and that's reasonable. Even if it's not dictated by law, the timing, you don't want to lose a good tenant because it took you 3 or 4 weeks to fix a dishwasher when your trusted appliance handyman, or appliance vendor or handyman could have gotten that repair done same day or within a week or less. So what I've found is anytime we try to process maintenance through a warranty program, everyone's mad. The tenant's mad because it took way too long. The tenant's mad because the vendor, which you didn't select, you lose all control over the vendors with a warranty program. And the vendor called them and gave them an all-day arrival window when you know that your vendors would have given a tighter 2 or 4 hour arrival window. The vendor is not going to have the parts available a lot of times. They have to order them, and that's going to delay the process. So the tenant's just always mad about it. The owner ends up also being mad because, once again, insurance companies don't really want to do this repair. So they have in their fine print a list of things that they're not responsible for. So when you go to have a water heater installed, they may pay for the water heater unit but not pay for the labor to install it. Or the water heater may need some new code enhancements or some enhancements that meet current code requirements. And most warranty programs will say they're not responsible for any code upgrades. So the owner is always annoyed that they still ended up having to pay something for a repair. And then what do? They want you to call and argue with the warranty company over it, as if you have nothing else better to do. We're always upset because typically, if we have a maintenance request, we just submit it through our property management software, just send it to a vendor. We never have to call them. You just click a button, you email it, and then you're done, and you move on to other things. With home warranties, you're either having to call them and sit on hold or go to their website and try to navigate through it to figure out how to submit this request. And then, of course, the vendor, the contract information's in the name of the owner, so the vendor calls the owner to try to schedule the repair, and the owner's like, why are you calling me? I'm not the tenant. So then they call you and want you to call the vendor to try to coordinate it. So now you're having to stop what you're doing to call a vendor who you don't know and explain the situation to them, and then try to call the tenant, and you're like refereeing a scheduling situation. And then when they can't do the repair after they show up, or they have to order parts and the tenant's upset or the owner's mad, you've got to call the warranty company and call the vendors, and you're just chasing everyone down. It ends up adding a significant amount of additional time. As I said, at the end of the day, everyone's mad. The repair probably wasn't done as well as it would have been done by your vendor. The owner didn't really save any money. Even if they did save a little money on the repair, the tenant's so ticked off over the process that they're now going to move, and the owner has to pay you a leasing fee potentially to re-rent the property, and all the make-ready repairs that now are discovered on the move-out inspection. So all that fictitious perceived savings has now evaporated. So at the end of the day, I tell landlords that home warranty programs are not a good idea for a rental property. At our company, if an owner still insists on having one, or You'll have this a lot. They just bought the property and the home warranty came with it, so they kind of want to get their money's worth out of it. Or, in that case, we'll tell them, look, if you want to submit it yourself for this year, we can send those maintenance requests to you. I don't like doing that, but that's one workaround for it. But I tell them, do not renew this stupid warranty program after it's done. Just let's let it elapse, and then we'll do things the typical way. We'll submit it through our vendors. But sure, we can try to navigate this warranty. Option 2, in our management agreement, we have a non-management services fee that we charge owners for anything that we spend our time doing that is not really part of our duties under the management agreement. And we specifically list any maintenance work conducted through a home warranty program or the appliance warranty itself. If you buy a Whirlpool dishwasher and it has a manufacturer warranty, that would be included under this clause. Or if it's a new construction build that the builder has, one of those 1-year kind of bumper to bumper warranties, or 5-year system warranties or foundational warranties, anything through a builder. If it's a warranty program, I don't care who it's through, it would be considered a non-management service, and we're going to charge a per hour fee, and we round up to the hour. So if we have to make a 5-minute phone call to the warranty company, that's a 1 hour expense to the owner. If 3 days goes by and we now have to call that vendor, it's a third-party vendor outside of our network, then once again, it's another hour charge to the owner. So the owner may have saved a little bit of money on the repair, but they're going to end up just paying us for the time and effort that we're having to expend, because at the end of the day, you look at your management fee structure and you're estimating how much time that you're going to be investing in each property. And part of that calculation is assuming you're running your company efficiently. All your operations are done in a streamlined system, and that would include the maintenance work. So when an owner is asking you to step outside of your systems, there's going to be a significant increase in the time, putting aside the frustration costs that there is, but it's going to take a lot more time, and you're not being paid for that. So when you agree to handle work through a home warranty, in essence, you're just volunteering your time. So we've decided that owners are going to have to compensate us for that additional time if that's the way they want us to do the repairs. Alternatively, they can, we can pass those maintenance requests on to them, and they can handle submitting it to the warranty company. They can deal with the vendors. It's not an ideal situation, because I don't particularly like owners getting their hands in the pot, so to say. But it kind of disincentivizes them for having these warranty programs to begin with, especially if they're considering purchasing it, like this situation that started this video. So we're really trying to discourage them from doing that. And it's not self-serving. I mean, at the end of the day, we're meant to advise owners on what's best for them. And we are the trusted, licensed professionals that have the experience, and they really are looking to us to help guide them. So if they're wanting to do something that's really not good for them, the same as a parent would try to discourage a child from making a bad decision, we have to do the same with our landlords. And so part of that is explaining to them all the negatives for home warranties. Certainly it's negative for us, but it's also negative for them and the tenant as well. Additionally, I touched on a little bit with like habitability issues. We have put in our management agreement that if the owner does have a warranty and they do want to use it, in light of being fully aware that we are not suggesting of them, that if there's any habitability issue or an emergency situation, we are not entertaining their warranty company. So if I get a 2 a.m. phone call from a tenant saying their heat is out and it's 0 degrees outside, I'm calling my HVAC vendor. I don't care if there's a warranty on the on that furnace. We're just going to go ahead and get someone who I know can get out there and fix it, because at the end of the day, the law doesn't care about your warranty program. It says, Mr. or Mrs. Landlord, you have to provide heat to your tenant, period. So that's what we're going to do. That's what they're paying us to do, to manage our property. So if you are going to allow warranties, you got to make sure that you make it clear to your owners that there will be emergency situations where you just can't use their warranty program, because it would end up violating some kind of a landlord-tenant requirement. So yeah, that's basically, it was going to be a short video, and then I got spun up on home warranties because I really hate them. So hopefully this will be helpful to you, and you can try to help your landlords make the right decisions when it comes to this topic, which can be a little counterintuitive. So good luck to you.